received a Milache grant to conduct research in Ghana, Africa on childhood anemia. This grant allowed me to travel to Ghana with 3 RIT students to conduct research on current initiatives addressing childhood anemia.
I wanted to go on this trip because I want to be a physician when I'm older, and my overarching goal is to work with kids.
When I first heard about this trip to Ghana, I was really interested because I wanted a different perspective on the world and just to learn about nutrition in different countries.
I decided to go to Ghana because I don't have a lot of experience working with people of other cultures, and even though I am very interested in nutrition, I feel like in the United States we mostly focus on obesity and comorbidities and problems when having too much food, and I like the experience I got working with people who didn't have enough of certain foods.
While in Ghana, we interviewed 26 different program officers and implementers from 20 organizations, all working to address childhood anemia. The students also had the opportunity to practice how to assess health and nutritional status using standard tools. I'm native Ghanaian, but I have never experienced Ghana in such a way. Just observing the students engage with the communities and the work was very powerful to me.
This moment for me was we went to a refugee camp and there were so many little kids running around like tugging on my shirt. They wanted to hold my hand. It was the cutest thing ever. And this one little boy, he really had this infatuation with my glasses. So I took them off and I put them on him. And he just loved me. He wanted to hold my hand, and I actually got home that day and just seeing the way that they were living and all the hardships that came with that, it actually made me cry, which is a little embarrassing, but it was definitely a thing to be remembered, and I'll never forget it.
I also thought it was really interesting going to this place called the Stilt Village. It gave me a different perspective on not just Ghanaian culture, but just a different perspective in general. Like, it wasn't necessarily, it was just a lot different than the places in the US. Like, it was on water, and it's not necessarily worse than places in the US, but it's so different that it was so interesting to see something like that.
Upon our return to RIT, the students and I analyzed the data and are sharing the results through publications and presentations. I also designed a new course, Global Food and Nutrition Perspectives, that includes content from the research from Ghana. In Rochester, these experiences from Ghana will be applied through community outreach and education programs to individuals who are at risk of nutritional anemia.